All right, guys, this is a video that's mostly for the residents of Yucaipa, California, but anybody else that wants to chime in, you can comment in the comment section below. I'm going to put a link to this story here out of the Calamasa Yucaipa News Mirror in the description box below. You can go read the whole news article if you want. But they're talking about the swearing in of the city council that occurred last week. And on December 14th, I guess the administration of oath of office for the newly appointed elected members was conducted with the city council. District 3 was Bobby Duncan. Boo! District 4's Justin Beaver, not Bieber. Beaver, Justin Beaver, not Bieber. Representing District 5 is John Thorpe. Now, the new mayor was Greg Bogue, who I think is going to do a tremendous job. I think Greg Bogue's a pretty good councilman. I don't know a whole lot about him. But Bobby Duncan was appointed mayor pro tem. Right. Anyway, Mayor David Avila said something outgoing that I kind of bugs me. And I'm not accusing David Avila of anything. I'm not making an allegation here. I'm just questioning why he omitted something. So Mayor David Avila said he was appointing Bobby Duncan as mayor pro tem. I don't know why he would do that. I guess you need a gun in the city hall, I guess. I don't know. But he says this: I am serving 1 year, and as you know, 2020 has been a very tumultuous year, not just with COVID, but also with BLM organization that invaded our town for some time, and then we had this huge fire that occurred in Yucaipa. We had 2 fires, by the way. But he says also with the BLM organization that invaded our town. And of course, we know that the brown berets or whoever those were came to town and caused a huge incident on August 1st. What Mayor David Avila omitted was that on June 1st, 2 months prior, a crowd of Trump supporters, and I'm not saying all Trump supporters, I voted for Trump for reasons that I've already told you in other videos, but these were all mostly Trump supporters that crossed the street to start a fight with about 8 to 9 young teenagers who were holding up a Justice for George Floyd sign. They had Justice for George Floyd, one young teenage girl, very polite, well-mannered young teenager, holding a Justice for George Floyd sign, and these people started yelling and shouting at them. Only because they yelled and shouted back, they said, oh, it's time to fight. They went over, they started a huge riot. One of them had a taser. One of them had a asp baton, which is a felony. Can't carry it unless you're a cop and you're using it in the line of duty. So the mayor never mentions that. He never mentions on June 1st the fight that occurred in the middle of the street between the Trump supporters and the young teenage crowd that was they were just standing there exercising their First Amendment free speech right, and Trump people crossed over to start a fight with them. He never mentions that, but he does mention the BLM organization that invaded our town. Now, I don't know if he means August 1st or June 1st. I still don't know which BLM incident he's talking about. I'm assuming it's the August 1st one because that was the huge one where we had helicopters circling. We had the streets lined with police officers and deputies. I'm assuming that's the one. But if he's talking about the June 1st, they weren't BLM organization. They were young teenagers holding a sign. So again, I'm not accusing David Avila. I'm not coming at him. I'm just asking in a questioning manner, or I'm saying this questioningly, why mention the BLM organization but not mention the Trump supporters that ran across the street and beat up on the young teenagers that were standing over at the Arco? I'm just asking. I don't know. For those of you who have been following my videos, and specifically those of you from the city of Yucaipa, California, or surrounding areas, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos, and communities to include my own from coast to coast.